MLS had a golden opportunity this 2026 World Cup, and they failed miserably to capitalize on gaining new exposure, new fans, and changing this league for the better for the future. And I'm going to tell you what they did wrong, what they could have done better, and why this is unfortunate they weren't able to seize this opportunity. And look, Don Garber has been the commissioner for 30 years. I think that he is also a lot, maybe most to blame for this, but we'll get into that more specifically. But before we do, make sure you guys hit the like button down below if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And also make sure you hit that little bell notification so you guys never miss a video. Comment down below and let me know if you guys think that Major League Soccer has failed on the opportunity to capitalize off the 2026 World Cup. So let's start off with the first thing. This was the biggest opportunity the league has ever had. The league was founded off the 1994 World Cup, and then they started in 1996 after 2 years to give them a grace period onto how to build the league, what they needed, and everything. But that is what kickstarted the league. This time, the league has been around for 31 years. They are well established, the biggest league, most successful league in the United States, and this was the perfect opportunity. The 2026 World Cup was the biggest marketing opportunity for Major League Soccer and that they've ever had. Millions of casual fans watching soccer for the first time, tuning in, checking it out. Plenty of people texting me, asking me about the United States. My friends, casual people, always ask me questions. There is a new generation of soccer fans being born, and it feels like Major League Soccer are not capitalizing on the attention of trying to get these people to watch the league. Now, let's talk about the roster rules. I've said this before. Major League Soccer has not been aggressive enough on changing these things, right? They signed Lionel Messi in 2023. He's the biggest player of all time. He brought attention to the league that they had never seen before. And what they should have done was gradually increase the spending to where they capitalize on bringing over more quality players and improving the quality play overall. Now, no one who's being fair-minded would say Major League Soccer isn't better quality now than it was 10 years ago. But the problem is it's not made the jump that it needs to make. This is a league that has the potential to be top 5 in the world if they were willing to spend and change things in the right direction to acquire more talent. Now, no one is asking them to be like the Saudi Pro League where they're just giving money out and spending $200 million transfer fees, $50, $60 million a year salaries, nothing like that. It could be more gradual, just giving teams more flexibility to sign more players, get rid of the DP rule to where you can have 3 players on your team at any cost and any transfer fee. They just need to give more financial freedom to some of these teams. And if they did that, it would increase the quality of play significantly. And also, too, there have been so many players that have played over in the United States this summer that probably would want to live here, play here because of their experience and what they've seen in the United States, but they're limiting themselves and they're not going to be able to sign some of these players because of the roster regulations. And when casual fans tune into MLS, they're going to see the quality of play, and it's not going to be at the same level of what they've seen in the World Cup. Now, we know that this is at the highest stage that there is, but it's significantly worse, and they should have been significantly better, and they should have improved it before this season to get these casual people to want to stay. Now, this is probably the most frustrating thing, this next point, and it's the lack of marketing during the World Cup. Where have the commercials been? I've watched as many World Cup matches as I possibly can. I've not seen any national ads at all in Tennessee about Major League Soccer. None. I've had people on Twitter and X message me, comment on my post, and say that they've seen a lot for their local teams in whatever area they're in, but that's not good enough. They need to be capitalizing on the national audience to get people from all over to want to watch just the league, not just local clubs, the entire league. I have not seen a single ad promoting Major League Soccer in this entire time. They should be ads everywhere, TV commercials, social media ads, stadium activations, everything possible. Partnerships with broadcast. They should be MLS ads galore on Fox. Keep in mind, Major League Soccer has a partnership with Fox. They play some of the games on linear television for Fox, and I've seen absolutely nothing Absolutely nothing. So it feels like they have just squandered this marketing opportunity to say, hey, come check Major League Soccer out after the World Cup. See if you guys like it. And that brings me to my next point. The ratings are proven Americans want to watch it. The United States have been drawing enormous television audiences throughout this tournament. Opening match was roughly 18 million against English viewers, that is, against Paraguay. Australia match was about 15. The Bosnia was over 24 million on average, peaking near 32 million. The audience is there. The challenge is converting those casual fans to want to watch Major League Soccer, and they've not even attempted to try to do this, which is very, very frustrating, especially for someone who wants to see the league be the best version of itself, right? That's what I did this. So it's the whole reason I started this channel. It's the whole reason I started my Twitter account, to help make this league better and the best version of what it possibly can be. Now, the next thing about Major League Soccer that they're doing wrong is they're doing something that's part of the old playbook, and they're signing aging stars. They need to move off of that and try to lure some of these 28, 29-year-old stars that are still good in their prime. Now, one of the most recent players to come to Major League Soccer announced this summer is Robert Lewandowski. Yes, he's a great player. He's one of the best strikers of all time. No one's denying that. But he's 38 years old, or will be in August. He signed a 2-year deal. He will retire with the Chicago Fire at the age of 40 years old. This is the model that Major League Soccer tried in the mid to late 2000s to try to get more people from Europe, or maybe just soccer fans in America who didn't really want to give the time of day to Major League Soccer, a big name to try to lure them in to watch the games. But this is kind of outdated with the current rules. Now, if you wanted to give the teams financial flexibility and then add him to the team that's already good, sure, that's fine. There's no problem with that. But when you're using these spots that are scarce per team, it hurts to use one on a player of this age, even if they are good, because there's durability questions. There's obviously longevity questions, all these things when it comes to a player. And so if you buy the players at a younger age, you're obviously going to have them longer. I feel like their quality is probably going to be better. If you buy them super young, they could maybe even be sold later. One superstar alone cannot carry the entire league, right? As good as Messi is, he's the best player of all time. He's done a lot for Major League Soccer, but they have to help him out too. It can't just be one guy doing everything. If he can't take this thing to new levels of, millions and millions and millions of followers across the league, not just Inter Miami, the entire league, then I can assure you Robert Lewandowski is not going to be able to do that at all as well. And then also Don Garber made some comments about we'll take it from here. Recently he did an interview on the Fox panel for the World Cup, and he said the MLS is ready to take it from here from the World Cup. Well, I want to ask you guys this. What exactly are they taking it from here to do? Where was the aggressive marketing? Where was the major league changing moves? Where was the urgency? Like what exactly is he taking it here from? What does he mean by that? What has he shown that they're going to do anything different? That was kind of an insulting comment, because it's like, if you're taking it from here, then we're in trouble, because I've seen nothing that is alluding to them doing something different. So if this is his version of taking it from here, oh my God, this is a disaster, right? This is terrible. So that was a very frustrating comment, and it really had me scratching my head. And I said that they're 3 years too late. They should have done this a long, long time ago, and they failed. MLS is always a day late and a dollar short. And keep in mind, people might say I'm being too negative on this, but I love Major League Soccer. We have to have honest conversations about this stuff if we ever want to see any improvement or change. That's why I'm doing this. And the clock is ticking. Obviously NFL returns, college football returns. NBA will be later this season. All these things are coming up, and then people, if they don't market it the correct way, people are going to go ahead and switch over to the other sports after the World Cup. Major League Soccer is just not doing enough to try to get people engaged and want to talk about the league after this happens. That's frustrating. It's just the conversation has not been broadened like it needs to be, right? It just hasn't been. And look, MLS has grown tremendously, like I said, over the last decade. This isn't saying the league is failing overall. It is a very healthy league. It is better than it's ever been, considering it almost folded a couple times in years past. It's just that they're not maximizing the opportunity with the World Cup in their backyard, United States playing the best ball that I have ever seen in my lifetime, and having all this attention on soccer that they've never had before. They are completely squandering it and wasting this. And I don't know when they're going to get another opportunity like this. Years from now, we'll look back and think, did MLS truly capitalize on the 2026 World Cup, or do they let a once in a generation moment come and go without actually utilizing what was in front of them? And I think that we're going to look at it and think that, man, what could have been? What could have been? And so that's why, I mentioned Don Garber, his comments. He is the commissioner of the league. He's the one that advises owners. There needs to be a breath of fresh air. There needs to be some new ideas, because what is happening right now is not working. And if I had told you years ago that Messi would be in this league, hey, everyone, quick word from our sponsor, FanDuel. If you're into soccer like I am, you already know how exciting La Liga, the Premier League, and MLS matches can get. With FanDuel, you can make it even more fun by placing bets on your favorite teams and matches across all three leagues. Whether it's a Premier League showdown, a La Liga thriller, or an MLS game with your local club, FanDuel makes it easy and exciting to bet on what you watch. Just remember, you have to be 21 years or older to play. Please bet responsibly and only if you're of legal age and in a state where it's allowed. Download the FanDuel app or head over to FanDuel.com, sign up, and get in on the action. Thanks for supporting the channel through FanDuel. And that the World Cup was in the United States, we all would have thought Major League Soccer would be further along than what it is right now. And here we are. No new rule changes, no mechanisms to get more eyes on the league in general with the advertisement, marketing, still losing the CONCACAF Champions Cup on a regular basis. I mean, it's pretty bleak right now as far as the growth and is taking it to where it needs to be. But we'll see what happens. I mean, they can always make changes, but feels like they should have done it right here and really capitalized on getting these new fans who are watching soccer for the first time. Let me know what you guys think down below and see if you guys think that they are maximizing this or if they've squandered it. Curious to see what you guys think. But like I said, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to make the league better and the best version of what it could possibly be. But until next time, guys, I'll see you all soon.